All right, so Gallop is our double stroke exercise that kind of lives in between a roll and a slow double stroke. So it's really meant to develop your quality of sound that helps you play better rolls, especially when we get to like CG triplet rolls. So this exercise, whether you're a quad or a bass, we're all going to just look at the snare part for right now and learn it all on one surface and submit it on one surface. Eventually, we'll learn the splits and the arounds, but for right now, we're just keeping it the same. All right, there is a track. There's a track with a click, and there are also, many other different tools that you can use to work on this, like playing it on a pillow, playing it on the back of your hands, the leg, just something that doesn't bounce. But let's go ahead and take a deeper look at it now. All right, so Gallop is actually a 4-2-1 exercise. So right here, we've got the fours, right hand, then left hand. And then we get into the twos, right hand, then left hand, then the ones, right? Just kind of one every beat that switches up. And then, and you do that obviously 8 times, or you repeat it, right? And then we have the 8 counts of doubles that release. So this exercise, it's pretty straightforward in its nature. You want to really focus on making sure that everything is even throughout and that there's no change in sound. So your double stroke in the right hand releases with the left hand that is equally as loud and as high. All right, as I said, right now we're just focusing on the top line, the snare part, and we'll work on splitting it and playing it around later, depending on our instruments. Most people have a lot of success with the fours, then the twos, and the ones is where things start to get a little bit weird. So just keep in mind that every 2 counts is gonna like cycle back over, right? So you have 1 EN, 2 enda, 3 EN, 4 enda, 1 EN, 2 enda. And we just want to make sure that in this segment we're careful not to have any accents, making sure that those single eighth notes are just the same height as the doubles. We also want to be careful not to accidentally accent the first note of the double, right? We don't want that. We want everything to be even throughout. Okay, and then when we get to the last 8 counts, same thing, super smooth, even 16th notes throughout. So again, what might be very helpful for you is to practice each segment. Make sure you've got your fours, and as soon as you're good, go on to the twos, then go back and add the fours to the twos. Make sure you have the ones, then make sure you have the 16th notes, add the ones to the 16th notes, then go back and try the whole thing. That would be a really solid approach to practicing this. You're also going to want to practice it at different tempos and eventually different dynamics and heights. But for now, just focusing on, the practice track tempos is probably your best bet. Pretty straightforward with the feet because your feet are either lining up with the double or an eighth note. So that's pretty nice in this one to not be throwing you for a loop. All right, let's check out a demonstration of this.